Okay, welcome to the myEcon Thursday night webinar. I want to thank you for getting on this call tonight. My name is John Pettiford-El, Executive Vice President, Infinity with myEcon. Now, I know you probably are just now hearing about myEcon. You really don't know what that means, and I promise you, you probably don't know what an EVP Infinity is, but we're going to talk about all that and talk about how we can help you get to what is called personal financial success. So I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule tonight. So how this is going to go, I want to briefly tell you a little bit about myself. I want to tell you about myEcon and what we do here, and then I'm going to answer any questions that you have. So some very motivated and excited myEcon rep got you on the line tonight. They wanted you to hear about this thing called income shifting, a revolutionary concept that is changing people's finances all over the country, okay? So just tell you a little bit about me. I got involved in business many years ago. I was working for a Fortune 500 company in the hospitality industry, and I started to realize something. I realized that I couldn't grow my way up the corporate ladder like I thought, because all the people that were getting the promotions and things were the boss's friends and family members. So I said, wow, maybe I need to do a little something different. I needed more money. I had the epiphany of a lifetime. I realized that I was also broke. So I started looking at other things I could do. I looked at no money down real estate, vending machine businesses. I was searching high and low. What in the world could I do in addition to my job to make more money? So I came out of a seminar one day, and I met a gentleman, and he gave me a business card. He said, hey, are you looking for an opportunity? I said, yes. And I went to a meeting, and I signed up in a direct sales company. That company was Excel Communications, and they were selling long distance. Now, I had no clue on direct selling. I had never done anything like that before in my life. I fell flat on my face. But I was bitten by the entrepreneurial bug. It made sense to me because they started to introduce me to a concept that was called residual income. And, man, that totally made sense, because what that meant is I could work one time but get paid multiple times into the future. And I was tied to work 1 hour, get paid 1 hour, work 1 week, get paid 1 week. If I don't work, I don't get paid. How many of you are familiar with that? So I continued to try to fight and struggle. I transitioned into doing some other jobs, but to make a long story short, I met this gentleman here by the name of Mr. Alvin Curry. And Alvin was a multi-millionaire when I met him. And he said, John, I want to teach you everything I know about business, money, capitalism, and finance. And that was important to me because, number one, I had never met a millionaire before in my life, and I did not know when the next time I was going to meet one, so I started to study and work with him. I spent about 3,000 hours with him, and as a result of that, ladies and gentlemen, I was able to retire at 34 years old. Today, I'm 42, and my wife and I, we live by all the principles. We own our house free and clear. We own our cars free and clear. We have no credit card debt. And I say it's time for you to join the winning team. See, we are not the losing team. We are the winning team, okay? So let's get down and dirty into this thing called myEcon and what in the world it is we do. What is the excitement all about? Why is income shifting a revolutionary, life-changing product? See, understand something. We're the personal financial success company. We're not the coffee company. We're not the juice company. We're not the travel company. We're the personal financial success company, because I believe money is the #1 product in the world, because people sell all those things to get what? Money. So really, if we're in the business of teaching people how to get money, I believe that's the #1 product in the world, ladies and gentlemen. So let's talk a little bit about myEcon very quickly. We're a 12-year-old debt-free, technology-driven company based in Atlanta, Georgia, and we didn't borrow a dime from anybody to put this company together. Now, here is the thing. We put over $400 million in people's pockets over the last several years here. So people in myEcon talk in terms of cash flow. So you hear them say, I've cash flow 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. I've cash flow well over $2 million. So you understand something. That is amazing. It's not about how much money that myEcon made. It's about what are the people doing in myEcon. Is that right? Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about personal financial success very quickly. See, a lot of people, I've talked to thousands of people all over the country, and they have absolutely no clue on what personal financial success is. They think it's the kind of car you drive. They think it's the kind of house you live in. But here's the thing. It's not those things. Here it is. It is 2 things. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, lawyer, school teacher, whatever it is you do for a living. You got 2 financial objectives. 1, 2. The first one, you need income for today. So this is where you typically trade time for money. Here's the problem with that. One of 3 things is going to happen to each and every single one of us. Either you're going to get too old to work, you're going to decide you don't want to work, or your job is going to fire you. And when that happens, you need a second source of income. That's the second source, okay? 2 objectives. The second source of income has to come from income-producing assets. That's anything that you own that brings you money without you working. Now think about it. When is the last time you bought something that makes you money as opposed to buying something that just costs you money? See, most people turn their cash into trash. But we want to teach you how to turn your cash into assets that creates more what? Cash, okay? So let me give you a real quick example here. Let's say you have a household income of $75,000 a year. So you would typically need, as a rule of thumb, 10 times what you make in a year in assets to replace that income. So you would need at least $750,000 in that asset. Now that asset can be a 401k, IRA, mutual fund, a private business, doesn't matter. But if you can get a 10% rate of return on that business, you would have that same $75,000 a year. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you got income for life. Because, see, there's not going to be a day in your life that you don't want and need income, and you have to have something that brings you income without you working, because you cannot work forever. See, that's very simple, okay? But now, out of 100 people that start working at 25 and go to 65, only 4% of those people have enough money to retire and never go back to work. Now, think about that. That's a 96% failure rate. You would think that in the wealthiest country in the history of the world, more people would have money, right? But that is not the case. Well, there are some very specific obstacles that stop people from getting to personal financial success. Let's talk about them. The first one is a little thing called inflation, okay? That's the cost of living, the erosion of the dollar. So if you pull money out of your pocket, it has a denomination on it. The problem with that is the denomination never changes. So as time goes on, cost of goods goes up, but you still have that same dollar, so that means you can buy less. So every 20 years in this country, the cost of living actually doubles. See, think about it. I remember a gallon of milk was $1.25. Today it's $3 to $4. Well, when are you going to double your income every 20 years? It does not happen on the job ever. Okay? See, what most people try to do to solve this problem, they do something called addition. They try to add to their income. So they go out and get more jobs that maybe pay a little bit more per hour. They might go and get another degree. They might work some overtime, okay? Or they might even get a second job. And that does not solve this issue because you're not multiplying, you're just adding. The only way to outpace inflation is you got to have two types of income. Number one, it's called leverage, meaning getting paid off not only your effort but also someone else's. Number two, you need something called residual. That means expend effort once but get paid multiple times into the future. Number two, 95% of the people in this country earn 100% of their income from a W-2. The problem with this is the more you make, the more you are taxed. So you start to lose a third of your income to taxes before you ever spend a dime to take care of your family. Well, this is a huge issue, right? So it's hard for you to save money. And then when it's time for you to go out and make a major purchase in this country, I say you are entrapped in the game called capitalism, because now they start making your payments based on money you don't have, so it's going to be based on your gross income, not your net. And because you can't save money, you have to buy cars on credit, you have to buy homes on credit. It creates the third problem, which is debt. Why is that a problem? It causes you to have to pay something called interest. Well, now when you pay interest, ladies and gentlemen, you not only lose that money that day, but you also lose all future earnings on that money. That's why debt is a curse. So these three things combined cause you to have inadequate saving and investing, because taxes and debt have most of everyone's money. But here in myEcon, we have a stellar solution, okay? We have a comprehensive financial success system, okay? And what we do is we do three separate things here. Number one, we're going to help you minimize your taxes. Number two, we're going to help you eliminate your debt. And number three, help you grow your cash flow. Very, very important. Now, we have three smart cash flow strategies. Let's talk about the first one. It's a little something called income shifting. This is our award-winning concept. It has put $400+ million in people's pockets in the last several years. Let's talk about it. Here's what we do. The first thing we do is we show you how to lower your taxes by $200 to $1,000 per month within 10 to 14 days of you joining our system. Now, when you get that cash flow, you can strategically use it to pay down car notes, credit cards, student loans, or mortgages, or you can take it and put it into your investment account. That is an amazing system. And guess what? It doesn't matter if you're a good salesperson or not. It doesn't matter if you're somebody who knows a lot of people. It doesn't matter if you're a shy person. It is just a financial strategy that wealthy people use, but we teach you how to do it as the everyday middle-class American. But that creates a tremendous business opportunity for you. Why? Because think about all the people around you that would like to lower their taxes by $200 to $1,000 per month within 10 to 14 days of them looking at this system. If you refer them to the system, you get paid. So that creates additional income outside of your job. I always tell people, build the plan B while you don't need the plan B, okay? Now, passive income, very important. You have to have income that comes in month after month after month. So here's what I mean. Like today, I make tens of thousands of dollars in residual income even if I don't work. Now, that's not because I'm special. That's not because I did something slick or anything like that, but I've built a different type of pay system. See, most of us tie ourselves to something called linear pay. You'll know it when you see it. Here's how it works. You work for 1 hour, you get paid for 1 hour. You work for 1 week, you get paid for 1 week. If you don't work, what happens? You don't get paid. The problem is you're going to need money all the days of your life, and you cannot trade time for money forever. So the sooner you start building passive income, the better. Okay? So now let's talk about income shifting very quickly. Okay? We're going to do it 2 ways. Number 1, we're going to help you correct tax withholding. And number 2, we're going to help you build a home-based business. Let's talk about it in detail, okay? Now, here's what you want to understand about withholding. A lot of people think I'm talking about just manipulating tax withholding. Here's what they do. They say, oh, well, I just claim 9 for 6 months on my W-4, and then, I change to 0. Or I just claim exempt. Well, that's not the right way, and that doesn't help you at all. But here's what you want to understand about Americans. Out of the W-2 employees in America, 80% of them overpay their taxes. So not only do they lose 1/3 to taxes, they actually pay more than that, okay? Now, you might say, well, John, where do you get these numbers from? Actually, we get that from the IRS, okay? The IRS actually says this, not myEcon. But here's how you know. If you've ever got a tax refund, that meant you overpaid your taxes. If you don't believe me, I want you to do a little homework. When you get off the phone tonight, I want you to go to your most recent tax return. I want you to pull out the 1040, okay? Just write this down. And you want to go to line 75. It talks about your refund. And then it has big bold letters. This is the amount that you overpaid. So it's not myEcon saying this. This is the IRS form saying this, okay? But now, you need that money. Some people take the position of, well, it's not that big a deal because, if I get the money back, it's not so much of a problem, right? No, that's not true because you lose what is called return on investment. See, because you did not have access to that money, you could have taken it and dropped it on your car notes, credit cards, student loans, stuff like that, and that would allow you to pay less interest. So it costs you money not having access to that money. Number 2, you could have taken that $3,000 and dropped it into your 401k throughout the year and saved $1,000 on your taxes. Or, here's the other thing. Because you see, what you've done is given the IRS a interest-free loan, okay? I would say, give me, $3,000, $4,000. Let me hold on to it for, 14, 15 months or whatever the case may be, and then I'll send it back to you, and I don't want you to charge me any interest. See, you've given them an interest-free loan, and if you have some of their money, it won't be interest-free, so why are you so nice, okay? But now, we tell you how to get that money back on your next paycheck. But now, that's very important. But now, here's the other thing. Why do you want to build a home-based business? Number 1, it gives you the opportunity to earn income. I would say every red-blooded American on this phone would like more income, okay? You're not satisfied where you are. You want more. The second thing, business owners have access to many more deductions that employees don't, and many expenses that you're already spending money on can become tax deductible. Now, how does that help you? Let's talk about it. Let me give you a real quick example. I call this the tale of 2 worlds in America, okay? The first one, this is a mother of 2, and she's making about $50,000 a year. Well, she's going to file what is called head of household, right? So she would get roughly a $10,000 standard deduction, so that's minus from the 50, you come down with 40, and then she gets $4,000 per person, depending on the income. That gives you another $12,000. You minus that out, you got $28,000 left. That $28,000 represents your taxable income. And at this point, it's absolutely nothing you can do to lower your taxes. You can't say, well, I got me a real good tax person, and they're going to really hook me up and help me out. They take care of me. They can't take care of you. There's nothing they can do, okay? If they start hooking you up, you're going to have some problems, okay? But now, let's take it further. If you transition into becoming a business owner with us, the Congress has already put laws in place for you to minimize your taxes. So you don't have to wait on what's Donald Trump going to do or who's the next president or whatever they do, right? These things have been on the books and they're not going to change, okay? They give business owners tax preferential treatment. See, when the government wants you to do something, they give you tax benefits for doing it. See, what they wanted to do is they wanted you to stop renting and buy a home, right? Because they wanted to spur ownership in America. So they give you a tax deduction for having a mortgage. They don't give you a tax deduction for renting an apartment, okay? If you have a car and you go green, they want you to go green, right? You buy a Toyota Prius or something like that, or some kind of hybrid or an electric car, they'll give you a $7,500 tax credit going towards paying your taxes. Now, in business, what they do is they give you tax deductions for starting a business because business owners keep the economy going around. So let me give you some things that you can deduct as the business owner that you cannot as an employee, and let me show you how this helps you. Driving your car. We show you how to write off 80 to 90% of the miles that you drive your car based on IRS guidelines because we have a full curriculum that teaches you how this works. So if you had 20,000 miles, you wrote off 80% of them, that would give you 16,000 miles, and then you would get at least 50 cents per mile. That's an $8,000 tax deduction. Now here's how that helps you. Instead of paying taxes on the 28,000 taxable income, the 8,000 from the mileage is now minus from that, and now you got 20,000. You would save $2,000 plus for just driving the car. And if you have a car payment with interest, that might be some more that you can write off. So that might be another 1,000. So you're down to 19,000. Okay. What about your communications, your cell phone, your internet access? Those things now become tax deductible. So now that's another 1,000. You're down to roughly 18. Okay. Look at this, travel, going on family reunions and vacations. They now can become business trips if you know what to do. We teach you how to get this done based on the IRS guidelines and how to document it and never have any problems with the IRS. So that's another 3,000 to 5,000. Let's go with 3. So now you're down to $15,000 taxable income, down from 28. What about your meals and your entertainment? Now this one right here, people kind of get here and they get a little nervous. They say, I don't know, John. I don't know if I can write off all my meals and entertainment. You mean the Super Bowl party? You mean when I go to the comedy show? Yes, I mean all those things, okay? Let me give you an example here. I'm going to read something directly from the IRS code. It says, what entertainment expenses are deductible? Entertainment includes any activity generally considered to provide entertainment, amusement, or recreation. Now think about that. And then it says examples include entertaining guests at nightclubs, social, athletic, and sporting clubs, theaters, sporting events, on yachts, on hunting, fishing, vacation, and other similar trips. Well, that's easily another $3,000 to $5,000 for the average person, guys. So now we're down to about 12. And this right here, I got a trick question. Do your kids cost you money? They make you money. They cost you money, right? Well, we show you how to get up to a $6,350 tax deduction for feeding, clothing, and taking care of your children. Well, this woman here has 2 kids. That's easily $12,000 in tax deductions. So it took the taxable income from $28,000 all the way down to 0, and this woman made $50 grand and will pay no taxes. See, we teach people how to do stuff like this all day, every day. We've been doing it for the last decade, and we do it based on the IRS guidelines, nothing mystical or funny, okay? But now, here's where it gets even better. Instead of you waiting to the end of the year to get that money back, we show you how to get it on your next paycheck. So let's say we get you an additional $600 per month. We take that $7,200 a year and drop it into your 401k for the next 15 years. You got $208,000. You got a couple of $100,000 on income shifting. You just shifted money that was formerly going to taxes, brought it back into your house, dropped it into your investment account, and now you got several $100,000 that you would not have had before, and it has nothing to do with how well you can sell. Isn't that amazing? This is why this concept is so revolutionary. Take a look at this. Look at this person that did it for the lifetime of them work, and they would have $895,000. But it gets even better. We have an award-winning software system called our Cash Flow Strategist. Our Cash Flow Strategist will build you a financial plan. So now, you put all your debts in there, it'll put them in order which one to pay off first with the free money that we showed you how to get. So we got that $600, right? It says pay off the car. So the car is paid off in 15 months. The Visa is the $8,000 Visa paid off in 6 months as opposed to 78. The $200,000 mortgage is paid off in 79 months. That's a little over 6 years as opposed to 30. So now you paid off 225 grand. You got $332,000 in cash flow because you don't have to pay that interest, and now you got $2,500 plus a month that now you can take and drop into your asset column. See, that's $30,000 a year. You could buy a brand new rental property every year for the next 10 years and have a $500,000 worth of real estate or more. See, you could go out and become a millionaire using income shifting. It starts out with minimizing taxes. Then you take that and use that as the catalyst to get debt-free. And now, once you don't have taxes and debt, you got a lot of money that you can do what? Cash, asset, cash, okay? Now, what I'm going to show you now is our award-winning system here, the Income Shifting Membership. This is our flagship product, okay? It has the income shifting strategy, everything that we've been talking about. You get the software system that builds the financial plan and everything, the cash flow manager. It keeps track of all your tax records and brings you within IRS compliance. You also get $1 million worth of identity theft protection. Isn't that amazing? Okay? You also get free and discount legal services, plus you get credit education services. Now, what is that? That is our Smart Money Kit. The Smart Money Kit will help you build and restore your credit. It'll help you remove bankruptcies, charge-off, foreclosures, all kinds of things. We show you how to do what the credit repair company will charge you $400 to $1,000 to do, and now it's included in your deal. Plus, you got discount travel and corporate perks. And we have other discount products and services, okay? Let me give an example here. See, when a person buys our income shifting membership, they also get a website. On that website is a storefront where people can buy products and services from you. Here's the great thing about it. No inventory, no shipping, okay? You don't have to get office space. Now, if the person goes here and buys that ID Defender, that's the $1 million worth of identity theft. They buy it from you, you get paid every single month. Let's say somebody wants the Smart Money Kit, okay? They come and they buy that for $99.95, you get a $50 commission. Travel. Are you going to travel anyway? Yes. Here you go. You just get paid for things you're going to do in the first place. The Cashback Mall. Retail is changing. Macy's is closing 60-plus stores. Other stores are closing, okay? They just closed the whole BB chain, okay? If the women are on the phone, they know what that is. And see why? The internet is changing the way things are done. Amazon.com. So you're going to get paid every time someone buys from Macy's, Sam's Club, Walmart, Best Buy, online. It is an amazing system. Now, we got cutting-edge nutraceuticals and a lot of other things, but I don't have time to get into them, okay? But here's what's great. We don't make you buy a whole bunch of this stuff and ride around in your trunk and try to get somebody to buy it from you. You don't have to worry about that. Now, here's what you got. You want to become an EVP. What is that? An Executive Vice President in our system, okay? That's somebody who has enrolled 2 people in the Income Shifting Membership, or they had $200 in personal sales. And you make up to 100% commission on your personal sales, plus up to 85% on your team. Now, you might be looking at this and saying, oh, man, John, is this one of those pyramid scams? No, pyramids are illegal. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about building a network. Now, you don't have to build a network, but look at what happens when you do. Look at every mega successful company in the world. They have multiple distribution points. They have a network of stores. They don't have one store. So if you're going to be in business and do it in a big way, you want to have a network, okay? So every time someone buys the Income Shifting Membership, you get paid. Now, remember I said it's going to cut your taxes by $200 to $1,000 a month. It's going to give you the Credit Education Smart Money Kit to help you build and restore your credit. All that right there. And that's going to happen, the tax savings, that happens within 10 to 14 days, and it goes every month. So what is that worth to you? Okay? See, sometimes people think it's $500, $400, $300, $200. It's not even going to be $100. It's not even going to be $50. Our Income Shifting Membership is $35. It's 3 $10 bills and 1 $5 bill, okay? So every time you enroll somebody in the Income Shifting Membership, they sign up for $35 and you get $35. Isn't that amazing? That's a 100% commission, okay? But now, it doesn't stop there. Let's start building leverage income. If they show somebody who shows 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 somebody, to infinity, it's a $25 override. That could be some tremendous. You could sign up, become an EVP this week, and put 10 people in the Income Shifting Membership. You'd make $350 this week. And then what if those people go out and become EVPs? Next week, you make another $500. And then next week, if those people get promoted to EVP, you make another $1,000. See, this could be a tremendous part-time income for you, but it doesn't stop there. You know, as the kids say, it gets gooder. Well, it's getting ready to get gooder. Now, check this out. You're going to get residual income. So not only do we pay you up front, we pay you long term. This is what I call the long money. So let me give you an example here. Let's say you go out and enroll 10 people in the membership. Well, you got $350 up front, plus you make up to $10 per month on that business. Now, you might say, well, that's not a lot. Well, look at it as it grows. Find 10 people that build a team of 10, that's now 100. So now you got $2,500 up front. Look at this. Now you got $300 a month in residual income. Build a team of 10 people that build a team of 50. Okay, now you got 500. You got $12,500 up front, and now you make a whopping $2,500 a month in residual income. That's $30,000 a year. Now you might be sitting there saying, well, John, I make more than 30 on my job. Why is that a big deal? It's a huge deal because it is now an asset. You own this income. You don't own the income on your job. Someone can come and take that away from you at any given time. That's why it's so risky, okay? The other thing is you don't build equity. You can't pass that income to your child. You can't give it away to your spouse. This here, you own this. Your family gets paid forever. And how much money would you have to have in your investment account to make $30,000? You would need at least $300,000 to $600,000. We can teach you how to build a team of 500 in 6 months. So you build a $300,000 asset in 180 days, okay? Now, 1,000 people, that's $25,000 up front, and now you make $8,000 a month, which is $96,000 a year, and that does not include products and services or other people buying the memberships down in your organization. So it could be much more than that, okay? 5,000, 125,000 up front, and now you make a whopping $40,000 a month. And last but not least, let's take a look at 10,000, $250,000 up front, and $80,000 a month, which is a cool $1 million per year. You see, you have a shot for greatness in myEcon. You have a shot to build a business that can change not only your life, but many people's lives around you and change the legacy of your family. Because you've got a product that people can buy from you that gives them free money, and it allows them the opportunity to change their lives, get out of debt, and build their investment account. And they can get it all for just $35. And you can make, in this example, up to $1 million a month. You see, I don't know about you. You only get 2 opportunities to change your life, your first and your last. I really don't know which one this is, but I promise you this. Some people are going to say, I'm glad I did, and some people are going to be saying, I wish I did, and I hope you are not the latter, okay? But I'm almost done here. We've got about 2 minutes. We're going to show you through our financial education curriculum how to understand stocks, bonds, real estate, and businesses, and all of this is going to create business income, okay? So now, it's not only business income, but passive income. Now, let's keep moving. Everyone needs more cash flow and better financial strategies, so we're in the right place at the right time. In this economy in America, people need what we have. Our personal financial success system is the solution. So you can sign up today. Like I said, not 5, 4, 3, 200, not even 50, but $35 today. It takes us 5 minutes to put you in the system. You're going to get a personalized website. Plus, you're going to get our world-class income shifting membership. And in that membership is going to be the income shifting strategy, the cash flow management software, the identity theft protection, the free and discount legal services, the credit education services, which is called our Smart Money Kit. You're going to get discount travel and corporate perks, a world-class business income system, and you're going to get the valuable tax benefits. And I always like to say, the government pays the bill. You see, here's why. If you sign up in this business, number one, it's 100% tax deductible, $35 up front. And then you pay $34.95 every month to maintain your system. And you're going to save somewhere between $200 and $1,000 per month on taxes on your current income. So it's going to cost you more to not do this than it does to do it. So the government is going to give you more for doing it, not for not doing it. So it makes sense that you let the government pay the bill, and let's build a business and a legacy that you can change your life. And the government pays the bill, which is the best deal that I've ever seen. So I want to thank you for getting on the call tonight. I'm going to open up real quick and answer any questions. Let me turn off the recording here.